Hello, and welcome to another week of read to see what's happening out there in the greater energy field. So, this week, it's already Tuesday as I record this, so I am going to do what I usually do when I'm short on time and do the abridged version. So, we'll read Monday through Wednesday, Thursday through Saturday, and then we'll save Sunday for holding space. Another reason I'm doing this is because there's just a lot going on this week. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is putting up a bit more content. Uh, so keep this one short, and then we'll expand on those specific days as we hit them. So the first one being the 21st, which will be the equinox on Thursday. So I will do a specific read for that day, as well as um, attach the equinox meditation, which you may have already done during Holding Space Sunday, but it'll never hurts to keep meditating, right? That's seems to be our guidance all the time is keeping our energy at the best level possible. Um, and then we'll just briefly talk about it here, but um, there's on the 23rd, which is Saturday, a lot of people are talking about this in different communities too, in spiritual communities, in truther communities, or that kind of thing. So um, I never I never like to pay attention to dates because people get their hopes up or their fears up. That's the other thing. They'll get their fear going about a certain date. And then seemingly nothing happens. But the thing is that it doesn't have to be monumentous. Uh, Usually on those dates, something does happen, but it's usually at an energetic level that we don't perceive. So, or it's under, you know, it's things are happening underground. I get that's the best way to put it. Just behind the scenes. I'd rather say behind the scenes. Underground gives it a negative connotation sometimes. So part of what I just want to mention for this week is don't put your stock and hope and faith in one day because it may not work out like that. Again, we don't, time is not linear. We've made it linear. It doesn't work like that. So there may be little bits of things that incrementally happen that day, but it may not be like one big event. I mean, I know the big one is that there is a green comet flying by Earth. Um, so it will be extraordinarily close, according to them. Um, and so yeah, so there all the fear kicks in and everybody's like, the world's gonna end. I'm like, I never take those predictions as that as like I always feel like that's a sign from the universe that yeah, things are gonna end, but in and a whole new way is coming. This date in particular, that's what I've been picking up. So we'll see. I'm gonna do a special read on that day too, on the Saturday. Um, so there'll be more content that day. I may even go on and do a live, just depending on what transpires during the daytime. So yeah, I'm expecting that there will be a shift of some kind. The thing is that it's like I said, it's coming up in various communities. So whether it's going to be a financial shift, there's stuff set to happen within the financial, like in the tangible financial world. So, it could be that. It could be we've been getting this week, just yesterday and all through last night. We were sitting at or sorry, Sunday night. We took a direct. There was a CME, so a coronal mass ejection, and that energy directly hit Earth. So it was a lot of energy coming at us, and then as we would expect, the solar winds picked up, and so they've been quite high um, last night, and I think they continue today right now. So last night we hit a 7, which is really high on that solar wind KP index. Um, I don't suspect that's gonna to stop for a while. I mean, on the plus side, it means good aurora borealis, and there's some stunning pictures from last night. The other thing is I went to bed early because I felt really tired, and I slept straight through till morning, and I didn't wake up once in the night. So yeah, if that happened to you, it's more likely that, your body was working really hard to integrate a lot of energy. So you might feel a little groggy and almost hungover like today, but I assure you, it's probably just the solar winds. All right, let's take a look at what the cards have to say for this week, what we're looking at, and then we will, like I said, I will be putting up different days as we go because I have a feeling I do have like I a big distinct feeling in my soul is that something is happening. But that's been building up, and September was always kind of on the map to be something spectacular, where there'd be lots of events and things moving and shifting and changing. So we're just in it. Like I said, we've had the cards the last 2 weeks kind of having us rest and rebuild our energy because it's go time now and we're heading into this energy where we need to be at our highest vibration. Yep. And that's exactly what the cards have to say. The first one is the chariot, which is always it's a chariot race. It's like get in the chariot and we're off to the races. Like here we go. I can never read this one because it's really dark. I wisely use my personal power and power of choice to do my good work in the world. Yeah, this is really interesting. This is coming up a lot, like a lot of solar plexus stuff. So action, but also our personal power, empowerment, our power, our strength, saying no, putting up boundaries, and just like, this is who I am, and this is what I'm going to do. Um, a lot of it is because we're coming in around the concept of claiming our sovereignty, right? Like I I am, and this is who I am, and this is what I came here to do, and you know, no to all the things that are going to try to stop us, fear, anxiety, all of those things. Just putting up the hand, putting up the boundaries, and saying, nope, this I've got my plan, and that's what I'm doing. Yeah, it's just time. We always knew this time was coming. Um, and again, it's we're on a spiral, so this may not be the be all end all event, um, but it definitely is. Uh, there is something going on for sure. We also got brilliance. Oops, sorry about that. I always just love this one because for me, it's like it is the confirmation for us that job well done. We are heading into a state of brilliance and brightness. We have all of our chakras in alignment. We are at peace. We are at one with our energy. We know how to use it in the outside world. So, this is just saying, job well done over the last couple of weeks, guys. Now it's time to take all that energy and show the world our brilliance and our brightness. So, again, that tells me that something's coming up that we're going to have to, stand up and be seen and be shown and be confident in our personal power and strength. So let's see what the seven energies have to say here. It's good. I feel like this is going to be a good week. There's still going to be within there a lot about the things are still going to be disclosing and coming out, and um I won't get into specifics. If you're following things, you know that they're ramping up censorship again on YouTube and other channel or other social media. So just be aware that like when this stuff starts kicking up, it's usually a good sign. It's because they're starting to go into fear, like they're starting to lose grip, lose ground. Um, and they always throw Hail Marys and try to discredit, uh, cause controversy, but it's also a bit of a distraction, right? So just, again, keeping our wits about us, and using our number one tool of discernment, um, and really feeling about how we feel about all these things, right? So we're all entitled to our opinion. Um, but we need to try to see it as we just, again, we need to be the observer and not make judgments based on like all the other information that other people are disseminating, because it may not be true, right? There is going to be lots of misinformation and disinformation out there. So again, so just keep your wits about you, and really, again, all I can suggest is just focus on you, be aware of the things that are happening, but don't be inundated by them, right? Within the seven energies, we got the storyteller, which is, I always love this card. It's number 17, by the way, for those of you who follow 17. Um, anyway, the storyteller. This is us. This, again, it's the new pages are here. We write this story. Nobody else does. You write your own story, and we're at blank pages. So it's time to start uh, putting together the story of you, but now, not who you were, not who you would have dreamed to be, or any of those things from past. It's only the present moment, right? From this moment on, what do you want to see? What do you want to be? What do you want to experience? And again, always, what do you want to feel? That's the keys. So, yeah, again, the storyteller too is always a reminder for us this week to keep doing the manifestation work, like keep envisioning, particularly with this, if you came here and you really want to be in service and help the outside world with every crazy bit of crap that's going on right now, again, the best place we can be is here and raising our vibration so that we're able to help when it's asked of us. Yeah, because we also got the divine matrix for our portal card. So interconnectedness, synchronicity, he calls them God incidences or coincidences, right? So I always believe there's no coincidence as well. So, but they're like, it's more like a divine serendipitous sign coming in. So again, watching for signs and symbols this week. Yeah, it's just a week to kind of like we're getting ready to go into action with our plan, but it's standing in your sovereignty and your personal power and strength, and just getting ready for us to run this race, because action is upon us. So yeah, I feel like this week we'll see what the day to day has to have to say, but I think this week's definitely about just making sure we're ready to go. We've got our plan. We've got our story that we want to see manifest, and we're ready. So let's take a look at the day to day. Okay, we're going to take a look at Monday through Wednesday here. And cards I'm using this week are just the cards we used in the in Holding Space Sunday. They just felt like they needed to keep messages going. So, and there tend to be more along the path and what we should do, and then the three advice cards. So, all right, looking at Monday to Wednesday here. Okay, we got four. I'm going to read four. The beginning part is sad embrace. Okay, so I just feel like we're just coming out of this period of, it's been rough. It's been energetically tough on us. It has been, there's a lot of things that have come up and caused sadness, and especially as we reveal things about the world we live in, and just how bad it's been. So it's one of those things, and I'm just picking up. It's like it isn't a bad thing to just still be in this state, but in the state of just like, I hate to say it this way, but wrapping it up. So wrapping up the sadness by like feeling your feelings, and then starting to raise our head and look up. This moon is definitely saying like the full moon is on the 30th, I believe, so next week. So it's just saying within this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday period, if you're still here, that's okay. That's not a bad place to be. Or alternatively, more news might come out in these next couple days that you're back in this place and it's okay to be there. And we want, we don't ever want to suppress our feelings. We want to embrace them and move forward. So, which is great because we also then you'll see this progression. So, yeah, in the week here, so this card is balancing act. This is what I was talking about before, where we sort of have one foot in this lower 3D dimension, trying our best to, bring in the light to be in the fifth, and we're kind of in the between world, and it's a really hard balance. Um, so I'm just picking up that this looks like we're almost there. We're not quite out of this, and it's okay to like. It's kind of like a planet when it's like it moves forward and then it'll go in retrograde for a bit. So we are doing this back and forth thing through this because not for all of us, but a lot of us have to we have to we have to sum up all this experience and and release the karma around it. So the thing that I'm picking up too is that for most of you, it's not necessarily that you're moving through these, but you can feel them. Empathically, you're really picking up on what's going on for other people in the world, and that's okay. So we also got metamorphosis, right? So becoming the butterfly. We're just it's it's just the universe reminding us we're in a process. We're still in that cocoon. We haven't fully emerged from it yet. There's like like they don't butterfly doesn't always come out right away. It'll sometimes open the cocoon. You can see it. It just hasn't come out and spread its wings yet. So this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, just trying to remind us, just don't give up. Again, we're on the don't give up. Um, feel sad if we need to, and but embrace the sadness. That's the thing about that card. Embracing sadness, not um, discounting it or shoving it away. So working on that. And then I'm going to use this as the card for like those four cards go in order. So we're still transversing this energy, but by the end, we are at the Golden Palace. So the Golden Age. So, and again, nice big, it's funny because it looks like there's a whole other planet in behind it. Anyway, so we are well on our way this week getting into that energy. So don't fear and don't panic. Um, just be with your feelings, work that stuff through, let it come through, uh, and and just know that at the end of it, like, well, and this is not the end because we're just reading till Wednesday. So but by the end of Wednesday, um, we're looking at seeing it being more golden and more light. That's the best way I could. All right, we'll do 3 of these path cards. Um, they tend to be more advice, just like the other ones. Yeah, and so we got this last week too. So choose your path. All is possible. Again, the universe again is just saying, don't fear. Like, there is a plan and it is going according to plan. Your job in it, though, is you do have to pick a path, right? And I'm going to relate that right back to that card, right? Let's bring these two up. That embrace and then the golden thing. You can stay here if you want. This is a path, but I wouldn't recommend it, right? It's not what we're trying to do. Pick the path, pick the path of the golden light. So even when you're in this state, feel it and then move on from it. Don't let this be your path. Don't go down that path and stay down it. That's what I'm saying. How do we do that? Two ways. These are both advice cards. Voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. So instead of like wallowing in that lower energy, we want to do the balancing act, but we want to focus on more of that fifth dimensional energy, which is love. Love is it. Love is it. Love is the only answer. So do the meditations on my channel and go back to what we've done at the beginning is get into your heart center and raise that frequency of love. It is just all an intention. It's a meditation of intention to raise love so that we're flowing it in and out and more will come to us because the other card we got is infinite abundance. If we put ourselves in that right mindset and that energy, it's just going to keep flowing to us. But we have the path to choose, and we can choose to stay in the lower energy and wallow in our sadness for eternity if you want. But, I would hope that, you're able to like pull yourself out and ask the universe and ask your guides to pull you out. With infinite abundance, too, this is also like, um, it's not just about asking, but it is. It's about manifesting. So manifest something better. Don't be in that low energy and not bringing any new light in. Abundance is pouring into your life this week. Use this power of manifestation that we have. This is our other greatest gift that they have lied to us about. It may take time for things to come, but right now things are coming into existence like that, like just so fast. So I really do encourage you to um, to participate by really working on your manifestation and abundance. Gratitude, prayers of gratitude every day for what we do have and what is working. That's a good basis to start with, and go from there. So, all right, let's look at the 3 cards for advice, and then we'll do the rest of the week. I have a feeling again, usually it shifts, right, in the week. Okay, interesting. Okay, yeah, usually it shifts by the end of the week, and we kind of have different parameters to look at. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen this week because of the equinox and because of um, whatever is going to the energy coming in around the 23rd. Anyway, let's finish up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, this is very interesting because usually they're cards of advice. This one's memory, and it's the forget me not. So I'm really strongly picking up the energy of by midweek, we're just going to be getting the information we need to remember our gifts and who we are and why we came here. So that could be some of the thing that's coming up in the collective of like just that switch being flipped about who we truly are as human beings and as divine beings. So yeah, that's encouraging. It's good. That definitely feels like it does come closer to the Wednesday though, right before the equinox. But it's just for us to realize we remember the things that we forgot when we got put onto this high density planet where like it's hard for us to remember that we have all these gifts already of intuition and sovereignty, and we have that all. We forgot that we have it. So that's kind of exciting. We also got for the advice cards Serenity and Grace. So again, if you're struggling in that low energy and to get out of it, if that energy of love isn't working for you, both Grace and Serenity are in that, like everything breaks down into like fear or love, anger, hate, all those things, right? That's all here. Uh, but really, it's all just fear. In this camp, it's all just love, serenity, grace, ease, peace. It's all in that same energetic field. So the advice with those 2 cards is whatever you do, find the way to get into that mindset, to be over here in the 5th dimension. Instead of, yeah, it's going to feel like we're balancing both sides because we still are, but every time you can turn your attention to this higher vibration of love, of serenity, of peace, grace, do find a way to make that happen. Because really, what it's coming down to is what we've been talking about for weeks is we have got to keep our frequency as high as possible right now, because there is a huge shift happening, and it makes it easier on us as a soul if we are prepared. And how we're prepared, right? We got the chariot for the beginning of the week, and how we move forward is because we're prepared and we know exactly who we are, exactly what we came to do, and how we do it. So keep your vibration high. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All right, let's look at the tail end of the week and see. Like I said, I usually find that there's big enough of a shift, and that's the energy we're heading into is uh, is equinox. And I've been saying for a little while here that I feel that these shifts were coming. All right, okay, interesting. Okay, it's kind of, you know what? It's a little bit of the same. It just wants us to. Uh, we got metamorphosis again. So just a reminder, we're still in this process of change for the rest of the week. So it's kind of exciting though too, because I feel like this time, a lot of times, like I said, when these energies come in, we don't feel them. This time, I really feel like we're going to be able to sort of tangibly feel the difference in ourselves and how we respond to everything. Um, we also got the gentle gardener. So just making sure, again, when we get the card like the chariot, it's like it feels like it's a race and we've got to go, 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 go. But that's not really what it's saying. It's just like, it's just preparing us that, you know, things are going to move a bit faster. We still need to tend to ourselves and our garden in a gentle, loving, caring manner. So don't sidestep the self-care, those sorts of things, and just go about this gently and don't try to rush the process, right? Because just let it unfold, especially like again with metamorphosis, we'll go back to the butterfly. There's no way to speed up that process of it coming out. It comes out when it's ready. You come out of your shell or into your new state when you're ready. When it's no on nobody else's timeline. Yes, the energy outside of us is moving, but you know, you're never going to miss the boat or not, or be behind. It happens when it happens. That's how the universe works. It's not in your face, like making you change and that kind of thing. So it's be gentle with yourself. That's what they're saying as you go through this. We got protecting treasure. That's kind of interesting because I think as we start remembering and recovering our gifts and our abilities and those sorts of things, it's just a quick reminder too that like there is energy out there that doesn't want to see you get to this energy. So just protecting your energy. Um, what I'm really picking up with this is like I feel like we want to really help and be in service to others, but we're still not quite there yet. We're still working on ourselves. So be careful how much of yourself you're giving out to others. Only, like only give what you can. Yeah, it's fine to go and help people, but don't overexert yourself or give away all your power and your gifts as and become the what we call the wounded caretaker, right? Because you're taking care of everybody else and you're not focusing on your things. So just being really careful about protecting your energy, and as you raise that frequency, just being a little bit protective of yourself and just so when you are meditating and you are increasing these energies, just make sure you've done a little bit of protection work. It's just like putting yourself in a rose quartz or a clear quartz bubble where like no other energy can enter. It's strictly your solace, your serenity, your place of worship, and that no other energy can enter or take away that energy, right? So, again, if you're helping lots of people and they're going through crazy things, everybody is, and also making sure there's no transference, meaning they transfer because they're in a lower state, they transfer that energy back to you. So, yeah, just putting yourself in a little bubble. It's as simple as that. Or again, you might want to smudge or clear your space, but generally, just putting a nice protective uh, seal around your own personal energy. And honestly, it's just as easy as that. It's intending it and saying it. If you can vision it, it's even better, right? Uh-oh, that card. Yeah, okay. We're still kind of okay. Okay, I just said all that stuff, and then these cards are kind of like, we'll just okay. Um, this one's just a confirmation of what I just said, though. It's a narrow pathway, so tread thoughtfully. So it's not about, again, like it's not that chariot card where it's just like go and don't look. It's like do the nice ease and grace, right? And gently tend the garden, but walk nice and slowly, and be aware of your surroundings and the energy that you're bringing in or that others are giving off. That walk through this process deliberately and mindfully. So, let's see. We also got embracing enthusiasm, but it's really interesting because what I'm drawn to is the butterflies, right? So by the end of the week, full wings, be enthusiastic about this. I mean, it is a little tricky right now, right? And but it's so exciting when we get to this at the end, like by the end of the week, this is everything that we've been waiting for. So just be enthusiastic about it. That helps with our gratitude um, and our manifestation anyway. Um, the thing on the card says, "Shout to the heavens with happiness." That's great. It's also an indication. It's like, oh my God, it happened. It did it. Maybe by Thursday, the metamorphosis and the transition fully envelops and you come out of the cocoon with all your wings in their splendor. But the reason I was laughing at the beginning about helping other people and stuff too is though we got wise leader. You are a beacon for others. Now, that's where I want to say is like, it's not necessarily that we're helping others. I keep saying this to people. I've said this on the channel a billion times. We are just to be the lighthouse, beacon, 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 beacon. You are a beacon for others. When you fully step into your grace, power, love, when you're this beautiful, beautiful butterfly, you will draw the attention of other people that need help. And that at that point, it's fine because we have done all our work and we are at our best capacity to help. It's when we're helping and depleting ourselves and not doing our mission, right? So tread thoughtfully this week. That's near the end of the week. So, but the good news is it looks like a positive, very positive outcome. All right, let's get some advice cards here, and then we will sum up the week. Oh, I think these are all the ones we had. Interesting. I can't remember if I know two of them we definitely had in the holding space Sunday. So the advice is luck. Um, yeah, it's just the fortune and everything is on our side. uh, to make this miracle happen. It is a big miracle. Like, it is a big miracle. We also got compassion. So, just remembering to be compassionate for other people and for ourselves. Um, and then we got dignity. So, yeah, just doing this in the best light that you can. Um, being the best version of yourself that you can. Um, that's really all I can say it. And I also flipped over happiness. So, yeah, we're on our way, everybody, from misery to happiness today. Here's a song for you. All right, that is Thursday through Saturday. Okay, let's sum up this week. So, like I said, by Saturday the 23rd, which is this date that everybody is giving, it looks like we see tremendous progress spiritually. So that is awesome for me because I just want to say it's nice for us to have some tangible results. So all of but basically what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of fear mongering going on about the 23rd, regardless of what happens. Um, like it's what's supposed to happen, and let's embrace it, and let's be happy, um, and shout out to the heavens, like thank you, hallelujah. We have been waiting for this. So it may only happen on a small incremental level, or it might be an amazing event. But either way, let's keep the frequency high for this week and embrace it as moving from that deep sadness of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to the happiness that we've all been desiring and craving. All right, summing up the week, the high priest. I am transcendent of time and space. Okay. For me, high priest too is there's a lot of magic um, and ability and skill that they have. So this is also just realizing we are, again, we are more powerful than we've been led to believe. So just just stepping into that power and transcend space and time, right? That's sort of the thing that also keeps us trapped in lower frequency is particularly time, right? If we like right now, I'm like finishing this reading, and I'm like, dude, I gotta go. I gotta work. I'm gonna be late. But yeah. And I've also noticed, just as a side note, this week, like, and the last couple weeks, is slippages of time. So I can pick up my phone and look at it, and it will say 6:27, and then you know a.m. So I'm not getting up yet. So I'll feel like I doze off, and I pick up the phone, and it says 6:26. Yeah, I don't know how that happens, but it's happening. So just being aware of that kind of stuff too, transcending time and space. We're supposed to be operating in a whole new system. That's what I think it means for the end of the week. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this reminds me of that sad embrace card for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But let me put this. Um, these lotus flowers lotus is always the crown chakra. It is the symbolism of enlightenment, of ascension. So yeah, there's going to be lots of emotions around this. I'm feeling like there's something really big is going to happen on Saturday. And even if we don't see it, but energetically, holy doodle. Oh, Sam's coming in for the end of this video. Anyway, he's telling me I gotta go to work. Right? I gotta go work? Okay. Anyway, we're I feel like what it's trying to say with this is it's gonna be overwhelming. And not in a bad way, but it might be so overwhelming that we finally see everything we've been waiting for, that we just break down in tears. And it's not even happy tears or sad tears, it's just like this release of all this energy. So, yeah, two things that's telling me is that there is something happening. And yeah, honestly, let it flow when that moment comes. Yeah. So we also got a deep breath, but again, the lotus, the Buddha in peace and enlightenment. So yeah, whatever transpires, keep your wits about you, stay in your heart, keep breathing. It's going to be fine. But emotionally, shoot, it's going to be overwhelming. It's overwhelming me right now as I'm doing this reading. Like I'm feeling like, just like, it's like it is. It's like it's literally going to drop us to our knees. Like, oh my God, like God, hallelujah. Thank God this has taken so bloody long and I'm so tired. Anyway, last card for the week. Order of Melchizedek. Embraced by light. Mission uncovered. Don't give up. We got this again. just keep going, you guys. Just keep swimming. It's coming. Even when that big shift happens, allow yourself to feel it. It's almost like, it's just like, I'm trying to describe like that moment. It's relief. It's like, oh, finally, finally. All right. That's exciting. For me, this is an exciting week. So I will leave it there. Like I said, you'll see a couple other videos pop up this week. There'll be something for Thursday's equinox and a meditation. Um, I'm definitely going to pop on maybe even live Saturday night, even if nothing happens. Maybe I'll be able to report that, energetically something happened. And then we'll be back for Holding Space Sunday on Sunday. All right, take care of yourselves. Number one, take care of yourselves. Breathe. Just let it all flow and don't give up. I love you. Take care.